All right, novice debaters, welcome to your speed drill instructions. Today we're going to learn some drills that we can work on during the break that help in that will help you read faster but also be clear about it. So one of the things that's important is that transition. When novice debaters start to increase their rates of delivery, that's great, and it's a clear sign that you are advancing towards something much closer to varsity debate. But if you don't want to, you should feel not compelled to do it. But what we want to do today is instruct you on how to have a good, kind of a good method of practicing speaking a little bit faster. Now, what's important is that you don't sacrifice clarity. We talk about speaker points and things that we can do for speaker points. And one of those is to be clear while you are speaking. And so right now we're going to shift to Chandon, and he's Chandon Klimico, one of our best debaters, and he's going to demonstrate how you should sound when attempting to do a speed drill.
The F outweighs and turns to decide human dignity is a prerequisite to solving global warming. Otherwise, the ethics beyond capital question makes authoritarian dictators like Trump inevitable. That's meant me 4 years of Trump just proves to decide no warrants for why the next term will be different. Trump loss is assured, and he fails to capitalize on the plan. This Brander 20. Biden is planning in the final stretch, while Trump struggles to defend Muslim states. Missteps to give a new broad map to 2070. Trump is filling capitalism upon the opportunities that do exist. Entire map move recent that the map awards to be wide, and Trump is to reach pulling his age off in Ohio and Iowa worries. Trailing Biden, no kind of spending out of the rest, but in the Midwest, reality is going to lose to Ohio and Iowa is also a new will be blown up by Biden, filled by a record-breaking month. The polls by Biden to 557-41, Biden save 30-point lead in Pennsylvania and 11 points in Florida, 8 points in Arizona. Biden has spread Trump into 6 more states. Biden is comfortable. He's linked Trump home. Go to 6 vote and all the benefits for huge gender grab. No link. 1. The plan is of course Trump can't take credit. 2. Trump has been uniquely campaigning in support of the death penalty, which makes a reversal in messaging impossible. Make them read specific links. Voters are ignorant and irrational. That's Solomon 20. Devote very time little politics and focus on other activities into more interesting. Give a politics thought without a slide before going back. Data shows the ignorance of the basic logic policy. Voters out originally value preexisting values will ignore the other way because knowing question beliefs and finding identity conflict with the political party. No terminal impact. 1. Warming doesn't cause extinction. It requires a 22-degree temperature increase. That's Fork War 17. Warming unlikely to cause extinction. Rest on the low probability of extreme warming. 12 degrees Celsius will render the planet uninhabitable. Human adapt to avoid extinction every use same scenario. Probability of 10 degrees around 3%. These are uncertain. The world will take action once it impose large cost before 10 degrees Celsius. 2. China and India outweigh the more power than the United States. 3. A blue Congress guarantees veto-proof warming legislation. Trump won't matter.
Okay, so as you all can see, Chandon was clear. He over-enunciated. He left pauses in between different arguments so that you would know when he was going to another argument. He numbered his arguments, and he also gave pause in between the tag and the citation and then the body of the piece of evidence as well, all in an attempt to make it very easy to follow, easy to understand, yet his rate of delivery was very high. And Chandon gets very good speaker points because of how clear and eloquent his speaking is, even though he's speaking at an increased rate of delivery. A couple of other things that I wanted you to notice about the way that Chandon was speaking. He was standing upright. He had a stand in which he could read. And there were times where he could look away from the computer to make eye contact via Zoom with his judge as well. And so these are all things that you can do in order to do that. Now, in order to practice this, it requires drills. And there are several. The most primary is just a speed drill. And you can start off at 4 minutes and practicing at home. But remember, your primary goal is not to read as many words as you can and as fast as you can. It should be to be as clear as you can while increasing delivery. A lot of coaches call these drills speed drills, but I call them clarity drills because of the emphasis that needs to be on the clarity associated with these drills. So you should start off with 4 minutes, and you may find yourself being winded during this time. And that's something you need to adjust to, but you want to work up until 8 minutes. Because that's the amount of time you'll be speaking in a constructive, and you need to build up that endurance in order to do that. Now, there are a couple of other drills that I'm going to have Chandon demonstrate very quickly. that can help you read a little quicker. And those are, there's an and drill where you insert and in between each word. There's another drill where you try and read backwards in order to increase your ability to read quicker. And then there's also one where you put a pencil in your mouth in order to over-enunciate the words. Now, I generally don't do these drills for a solid 8 minutes unless that's a weakness that I'm working on with a debater. But the last one is about enunciation, and the other two help facilitate your ability to quickly read words out loud. So I'm going to have Chandon briefly do each of those three things right now in order to demonstrate those to you all.
The and F and outweighs and turns and the and DA and human and dignity and is and a and prerequisite and to and solving and global and warming and otherwise and the and ethics and behind and capital and punishment and makes and authoritarian and dictators and like and Trump and inevitable and that's and many.
Good, so that's a demonstration of our and drill. Now, just to show the situation, Chandon's going to read that same amount that he just read without the ands, and you can see how quickly he's able to do it because of practicing inserting and.
The F outweighs and turns and decide human dignity is a prerequisite to solving global warming. Otherwise, the ethics beyond capital punishment makes authoritarian dictators like Trump inevitable. That's many.
Excellent. See, it really does create an ability to go quicker because you take that impediment away after the fact. Okay, now he's going to demonstrate the backwards drill.
Party political with conflict or identity undermining beliefs, question knowing because a way other the ignoring well-rated views of critics and the overvalue routinely voters. Policy about knowledge vary of ignorance shows data thought give politics interesting are more that activities other on focus and politics too little very time to vote.
Excellent. And so that's another method of reading the paragraph backwards. So each word one at a time backwards that can help you train your eyes to read quicker and to focus on each word, and then it facilitates you going faster. We won't show that, but he can now read the same paragraph even faster going forward. All right, the last one we want to demonstrate is our clarity, and that is to overtrain your tongue to help enunciate and make what you're saying even more clear. So now Chandon will put a pen in his mouth in order to make his tongue work extra hard in order to enunciate the words.
No terminal. In fact, one warring doesn't concentration requires a 22-degree temperature increase. For 17, warring unlikely concentration restaurant control probability of cream warring 11 degrees Celsius render the planet uninhabitable. Humanity to adopt to avoid the same scenario. Probability 10 degrees superstitions are uncertain. The world will take action which includes possible 10 degrees Celsius. 2, China and India always. They or far in the United States. 3, a blue concrete feet of fruit warming legislation. Trump will matter.
Great. Again, the purpose of that is you're forcing your tongue to overcome the pencil or pen in order to help enunciate. All right. Well, thank you, Chandon Climaco, for demonstrating it today, and hopefully this will help you all over the Thanksgiving and Christmas breaks in order to increase your rate of delivery but maintain your clarity.